Hello all, K.M.K here together with Falcon,
Hi.
and wishing you guys already a happy new year. It's 2026, and this is our wish list for what we want to see in this year's Dead by Daylight. As you guys know, Dead by Daylight is buggy, it is a mess, and well, Falcon can be honest with me about it. Uh, there are some things that we really want to see in that daylight that really needs to happen. What do you think?
Oh yeah, because you know what, bro? I didn't like the stuff we got the in 2025 basically
Yeah, I hate it also.
yeah, we got a lot of bad stuff,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
we will talk about it later.
Yep. So we're gonna talk about some things that we really want to see, and that would really improve the experience of the game. And yeah, so we're gonna start with that. So, Falcon, what do you want to start first with?
Okay, I think we can start with
I think you wanted to talk about the anti-tunneling and anti-slugging. I think you wanted to talk about
maybe, maybe later, bro, because th that will require, a longer discussion,
yeah,
because in the last PTBs, we tried several iterations, so
yeah,
we will talk later about this. Maybe let's start with a simple but, annoying point, the ghoul.
yeah. Okay, let's talk about the Go. The Go is at the moment one of the most annoying killers that we ever see. He is extremely inconsistent in his strengths and such. Just to show what we are talking about, I think this is the part that Falcon and I know because we were trying to record earlier and it didn't go so well. And just to show you guys, and yes, Kaneki or the Ghoul is a literal cancer in the game. Sorry to say it for all the sensitive people, but it is the truth. And I can announce it with this one clip is all I need. Keep in mind this guy had lethal pursuer, so he
Yes.
immediately knew where I was. Look how fast he found me, but here comes the real bullshit. He got me. There we go. Behind the freaking wall.
Yes. And you know what, bro? Since I spawned near you, I was on the other side of the jungle gym and I saw perfectly what happened. And the killer was facing the wall.
Yes.
So basically, he got you while you were behind the wall.
Yep. Yeah. And it ruined my entire night. It ruined my entire night. And I was not fun to play. And I was not fun to play with for the rest of my friends because, well, Falk can admit it. I had a really foul mood after this bullshit, and this is not. Has happened multiple times, right, Falcon?
Oh yeah.
That we had bullshit like this, you
Yeah,
know?
because it opens in jungle gyms in also big walls. Bro, it can also open between portals also
Yep.
and
Also.
between exit gates also.
Yep.
Yeah, that happened to me once. I was behind the gate, and you know that the gates have a very big wall, okay? But he could still hit me through the wall.
Yeah. And of course, I'm gonna hear a lot of you Go mains saying, yeah, but the Go's okay, he's balanced. Dit is not balanced!
Yeah, and bro, we also have a lot of problems. I think you can also see one problem here, bro, because see, you basically the killer made you waste your sprint burst.
Yes.
That is another problem, bro, because while he can catch you while you are in a sprint animation, okay?
Yeah.
So basically, you are blocked into the animation,
Mm-hmm.
and the result is you get the deep wound, but you wasted your exhaustion perk.
Yes. Yes. But it is not only that, bro. But you know how angry I was after this entire game. It's
Yeah, I know, bro. And by the
it
way, bro, it was an unplayable game. I think we did only one generator, I think.
Yeah, but he was also tunneling and such. This guy, it was annoying
Yeah,
as fuck. It
yeah, because that is another problem.
this okay. So on top of the list, we want to see a nerf to the goal, or at least a rework. You know, it's it's obvious that that aim assist or whatever they are calling it is is defective. It's a flawed product, right?
Yeah, maybe that's the problem. And there are other balance issues, bro, because this killer can jump over the pallets also.
Yep.
So basically, even if you get to a good pallet, you can do nothing about it.
The thing is, he can jump over the pallets while he
Yeah.
grabs you.
Also, yeah.
That is a problem. And I would like to see him not being able to do that anymore. I also hate the fact that because of how fast he is and how big of a distance that he can easily body block also.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish that there was some make it even so that you cannot turn around with him when he's stopping and so that you have to that you're being catapulted and you cannot turn around immediately. That something like that. It's so frustrating to play against him because he crossed the map super easily. That's the first thing. He can do it really fast. I mean, in base without being arranged, he has already like what 2 jumps, 3 when enraged. He can cross the map way too fast. Then he grabs you like this in bullshit way, is the most bullshit of ways possible. It's like how should I say? It's getting frustrating to play against him. It
Yeah, bro, because he has too many tools. That
Yes,
is the problem.
way too many tools.
Yeah. And basically we got a killer which is low skill, high reward.
Yes, and that is bad design. That's bad gameplay design because if you have if it is low skill and high reward, that is not good. That's not good. I would understand it if it was high skill with high reward. I can understand that, but low skill, not good. That's not good. I would who is the definition of high risk high reward trapper at this point?
Yeah.
Trapper require more skill than K.M.K. You need map knowledge, and he's the worst killer in the game. Trapper. Trapper is the worst. He can't even exist. And he is more difficult to play than K.M.K. Well, Huntress. Huntress is difficult to play. But is high reward. If you can master Huntress and you can play on most difficult maps, you're good. Go doesn't have the problem. He's too easy to play. You can see that they are catering to the casuals, to the casual console players. That's why he's made like that. It's not good. It's seriously not good. And we are suffering for it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And people that are defending him are just, not good at the game. If you hear a survivor man saying, yeah, when I play killer, I always 4K and I only play killer like once every 3 months. That's because they play Go or Blight. Because those killers basically play the game for yourself alone. You know? They play alone. They automatically win the game for you. You don't have to. They already play the game for you. You don't have to play the game. You don't have to play Survivor. You know, you don't really have to play Killer. If you play Go and you play Blight, you know, they are already playing the game for you. Doesn't require effort. That I sorry man, I'm getting angry just thinking about just looking at this bullshit. You know?
Yeah, so I think we can go next, bro, because the list of nerfs is very long.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
What's the next thing?
let's go to the next.
And what is it? You can say it?
Okay, now we have another hot topic, which is the matchmaking.
Yes. Okay, so
Yeah, so uh, in the wish list we have an improved or maybe a working matchmaking, I should say.
yeah. Yeah, that was one of the things that we really need because on one cases the matchmaking works if you are in a high elo, if you are then you notice it because of the genres. But sometimes the teammates that you get don't match up with what you are. You know?
Hmm. And because, bro, I have a simple question. Because I play both Survivor and Killer, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let me say this because I think a lot of players have this issue. Because when I play Killer,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a very bad game, no, because my typical killer game is pretty bad,
Yeah.
My
Same.
question, yeah, my question is, where are these survivors when I play Survivor?
That is the same thing that I always say to you. Where are the toxic aces when we are playing Survivor?
Yeah, and
Because
I still have no answer for this, bro.
yeah, because we when we play killer, we have toxic ace, and when we are survivor, we got his retarded brother, Diet Coke ace, or Coca-Cola Light ace. We don't get toxic ace, we get Coca-Cola Light ace, right?
Yeah,
We get apple juice ace. Biggest bullshit ever. Or instead of an ace, we get a baby Mac. You know, and then you're like, what? Most of the time, and I said this to Falcon a lot. Most of the time, I ask you, what did we do to get those survivors on our team when we are playing Survivor? Why don't
yeah,
we get?
exactly.
Why don't we get the survivors that we are playing against as killer? We get them like what, once every 5 months or so?
Yeah, because you know what, bro? Sometimes you get good teammates, okay? Because
Hmm.
it happens. Yeah, but that is the problem. You get good teammates maybe once in I think 20 games, maybe, or 30 games.
I would say more like once every 5 months.
Yeah, so that is the problem. So, um, uh, yeah, and that, bro, is it is a huge problem for the game because, um uh, bro, we play Survivor together a lot of times. Yeah,
Almost
and
every day. Almost every
uh,
day. Yeah.
yeah, and you know what I say. Not every single time, but often I say, bro, this game felt like automatic defeat.
Yep. Yep.
And
And
to be honest, in a balanced game, there should not be an automatic defeat.
yep.
Yeah, such games where there is no hope. Bro, not of escaping. Don't get me wrong, but there is no hope of repairing generators.
Hmm.
And in such games, bro, we lose at four generators left, three generators left.
Yep.
Yeah,
And we are.
but
And
when you play killer, you lose the three generators for the first hook.
yep.
Yeah, and this is not okay.
Bro, I couldn't tell you, man. And we are not even using meta perks, eh? Most of the times. I mean, if you look at this here, just so that you guys know, this is my build. I'm using uh, 1, 2, 3, 4 just for autodidact, you know, and I got sprint burst and I got deliverance, but I have no generator, no generous perks at all. And you?
Same, bro. I play with just deja vu, to break trigens.
That's all.
Okay,
That's all. Yeah.
but that's all.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's not a 6% repair speed which changes the game. Okay,
Correct.
because we still lose at four or three generators left.
Yeah. Precisely. And I mean, and even and it is I use it for autodidact, and believe me, guys, if autodidact at 3 tokens is still shit. It doesn't do much.
True, true.
It doesn't do much. Trust me. It's rare that you get value from it. It's rare that you get value from it. But if you get value from it, okay. But in the end, if you're trying to play, because I like to do mean builds, likes to do mean builds also, but you cannot do it.
Yeah, basically you can't, bro. Yeah, and that's why I stopped playing killer in I think in the last 2 months, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically after Halloween event, I stopped playing killer. I just played, some games because you asked me.
yeah, bro,
Yeah,
I gonna
and
tell you something.
yeah,
I don't
and
even.
the biggest, bro, and the biggest mistake was playing with fan builds.
Yep,
That was the biggest mistake
bro,
because
I don't even dare to play weak killers anymore, like Legion or Clown
no,
or
bro, there is no hope of playing a pig.
yeah.
No, bro, no.
And those are killers that I really like to play. I really like to play those killers, you know. But you can't. You can't because of how fucked up the matchmaking is. I get the sweat. I even get sometimes tournament survivors. Bro, I get tournament survivors.
Me too.
I was I'm trying to play Springtrap with one of those builds or such that you suggested, and I get tournament survivors, and I'm like, why? I'm just playing Springtrap. This is my third or fourth game of Springtrap for the
Yeah,
first
and
time.
you know, bro, this makes no sense because I remember, you know, one developer of behavior saying that every time a new killer is released,
Mm-hmm.
your MMR is not low and not high, you know. It is you are put into average MMR so that you can learn the new killer.
Does it feel like it?
Yeah, but it's not true.
No, I'm getting freaking tournament survivors. I had something like this as Dracula even, but I was lucky that I had Dracula because Dracula can handle it. Springtrap can't. Springtrap cannot do it. And I'm like,
Yeah. Okay, bro. So basically, my, you know, my, mm, the only thing I want, you know, in this regard, maybe make, you know, the queue times maybe slightly longer, okay?
mhm,
Because I don't want, you know, fast lobbies or 5 seconds lobbies if my game experience is going to be
yeah,
shit, basically.
yep,
Okay, so maybe let me wait half a minute, 1 minute, you know, I don't care, but
mhm,
give me a high quality match.
yep,
Yeah, you know, I don't know what to do, you know, maybe rework your MMR equation, your, you know, internal mathematics, you know, I don't know, bro. Okay, but rework the matchmaking.
or go back to the old matchmaking.
Maybe, or you know, or a mix of both, bro. You know, because
Yeah,
yeah. So basically, this is my desire, you know, about matchmaking for next year.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Uh, the thing that I want to see, but I think that there's something that we both want is a hub update, and I want the ability to see the perks of my teammates. This is what I want: the ability to see the perks of my teammates. As you can see, this is something that I want.
You know, bro, that also goes into my wish list because I also want an improved HUD.
Yep,
So basically, more, yeah, basically more information and you know the ability. Also, for example, to know if another survivor has deliverance, for example.
yes,
Just put a small icon in the UHD, like a Kindred,
yeah,
so that I know that you have deliverance and I should not go for the save.
yes.
And so on, bro. Yeah, just more information, you know, sharing stuff between survivors.
Same goes for Kindred. That is that perk of that works like the Rebecca perk. What is it called again?
Reassurance.
Reassurance. Yeah, that you have Kindred also. That is that no that it's one of those Stranger Things perks. That when you are hooked and survive is like 16 meters within range, your struggle meter is disabled for a while. In the second phase. That works like reassurance. You know which one that I mean?
Camera.
Yeah,
Camera.
camaraderie. Yeah,
Camera.
camaraderie.
Okay, yeah, that is from Steve, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I would like that we get more information for those perks. You know, if there is, for example, an head-on, add an aura to the locker. You know, so that you can at least, if you are playing with random people, that you at least can coordinate. You know?
Yeah, I think I got it, bro. So basically, you want something to tell your teammates that you have head on.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that is another, yeah, it still goes into this stuff, bro.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I,
in that case, let me see your aura inside the locker if you have head on ready.
yes. That would make it easier because we cannot always communicate with each other during the game where we are. I can tell Falcon, yeah, I'm on the boat when we are on the swamp nap, and he would be like, "Oh, I see the boat. I'm gonna go to the boat," and he's going to the small boat. You know,
Yeah.
instead of like saying, "Oh, I'm on the big," because people like because there are a lot of people that don't work like that. For example, say, "Oh, I'm inside the building with the basement." There are two there, and then we are, for example, on the Freddy map. You know, Springwood.
Springwood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which has multiple houses with a basement erin. True or not? It has multiple houses with a basement erin with a generator. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I could, for example, if I say, "Oh, I'm in a locker in the with the house with a basement," well, which house with a basement is it? Right?
I don't know, bro. Maybe they should add a mini map to the HUD.
No, but
No,
no, then you would
Or,
get lost,
that would be too much.
bro. Then you would get lost, man. Come on, the people have seen you play Monster Hunter with me. You always got lost. That wouldn't work. You know that. That's true. You know that, right? I mean, you're the Italian Roronoro Zorro. That wouldn't work with us. I think just an aura that shows where you are, so that you can coordinate, would be better. You know, and it would also give blinding add-ons as such more value. Also,
Yeah.
you know, because then those.
Bro, a nice idea would be, showing Survivor's aura,
Mhm.
but, not always, but only on important events. So, for example, the killer starts the chase with one teammate.
Mhm.
Um every survivor will see that survivor for maybe 5 seconds.
Yeah, but I think that would be too strong, especially for those that want to do
No,
flashlight
but
saves.
I know, bro, but still better than always on aura reading.
True, that's true. Yeah, you're right about that one.
Yeah, or if the killer kicks one generator, tell me.
Yeah,
Show me the aura of the generator being kicked.
yeah.
You
Give
know, there's just simple stuff like this, bro.
Yeah, make the lights on the generators go flicker really, really hard, so that you can say, "Oh, that generator has been kicked." Something like that. You know, you kick the generator and you see a big light flick, the light of the generator going hard or so, and you're like, "Oh, the generator is kicked." You know, give more indications, visual indication of what is happening in the game. You know, so that you can be like, "Oh, that is being kicked, or that is being kicked." You know,
Yeah.
like that. Just make the HUD better. We don't need a mini map because some of us get lost. We just need good indicators of what perks do people have. What perks does everyone is using? You know, if you have add-on aura that we can see what liquor it is, it would help people to get a bit more. It would also help the solo queue players to be a bit more in line with the the survive with friends. And if you do that, then you can also then it will also be easier to balance the game at the same time. Correct?
Of course, bro.
Yeah. So that is my wish. Something like this to happen this year.
Okay, bro. Yeah, I have a couple more, but one is pretty quick. Um, because we still have one realm which needs to be updated, bro, and it's
The swamp.
the backwater swamp.
Yeah, that one is in big need.
Yeah,
That one is big need.
yeah. Because also, let's be honest, bro. Last year was not so good in terms of maps.
Yep.
Bro, the Walking Dead map, bro, was so disappointing.
I don't even
And
under I don't I don't even understand if it even was a map or not.
yeah, and maybe you feel sometimes you feel like it doesn't exist.
It.
Because also it's almost impossible to get it in map rotation.
Mhm.
Yeah. So basically, I want an updated swamp,
Yeah.
and also we can, yeah, maybe finally introduce a match progression system. For
Yeah.
since we can't, behavior proved that they don't know how to balance perks
Mhm.
and gender regression in general. I think that it's time to introduce a system to modify both generator and healing speed during the match.
Yes.
Yeah, so let me say it in a simple way. So very simple. If if the killer is in trouble,
Mhm.
for example, in the beginning of the game, he is losing generators too fast. Okay,
Mhm.
we should help the killer. Okay,
Mhm.
so in that case, you could slow down, for example, both generator and healing speed.
Yeah.
So that we help the killer a bit. He gets rewarded for spreading, injured survivors. Okay, and on the other hand, the system should also help survivors because let's be honest, bro. Especially if one survivor gets tunneled, gets hard tunneled,
Yeah.
uh, the game becomes automatic defeat
Mhm.
because yeah, 3 versus 1 is very difficult for survivors. So in that case, I agree, to increase generator speed
Mhm.
and also healing speed. Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want a match progression system like this. So basically, when three survivors are left or two survivors are left, you can still try to repair generators and escape.
So basically, we are also going into the other thing that you want. That is map. That's map rebalance, right?
Yeah, but that basically means reworking strong loops and the dead zone.
I also
Okay.
think. I also think that they need to remove the randomness from the maps. Make everything streamlined.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe okay, you can maybe you can still have RNG in the game, but maybe only in maybe the position or maybe rotation of the jungles, maybe.
Yeah, they could, but
Yeah,
so
they
long
could,
they
so
are.
long yeah, but there should be no more loops, made by, a strong window into a strong
Yeah,
pallet into the shack, for example.
yeah, and it should
Yeah,
not be
and it should
like.
not be like
And it should not be like that on one spot a pellet will spawn and then another time the pellet doesn't spawn anymore. You know? Just make it completely streamlined, no more randomness. You know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just make it an.
Just make
And then, because that would make it easier to balance those maps also.
yeah, easier balancement and also easier to learn.
Yes.
Yes. For since we care for new players, bro, yeah, it is important.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I think you also have an important point. Last but not least, bro, the speed add-ons. I think.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
this
So
goes
yeah,
in.
tell me, bro, because I'm curious.
Okay. It has to do with something that I literally hate the most, and that is speed add-ons. But I hate speed in general. I hate also the fact that we get a lot of these stupid dash killers, and and it's also freaking annoying when you have survivors or killers stacking movement speed. What I want to see in 2022 is the removal of speed add-ons like Blighted Red, because even though it has been nerfed, I still see Blights using Blighted Red and Blighted Crow. You know?
Yeah, bro, because the mistake is this, bro. There is no point in nerfing, both add-ons if you can still combo both add-ons.
Yes.
Yes. That was the problem.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, and bro, the worst thing is there are speed add-ons which are yellow rarity.
Yes.
Yes. And bro, that is stupid. So, bro, the example of the blight, bro, you have a yellow add-on for movement speed
Mhm.
on on an S tier killer.
Yes.
Yes. Crazy.
Yeah, but it is not
Yeah, but
only that, bro. But the annoying thing is, even though it is 2%, 2% is still a lot for a mobility killer.
yeah, and you know what's worse, bro? If you read the description, it works for each little rush.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a fixed 2%, bro. You can stack it up to 10% because Blight has 5 tokens.
Yes.
Yes. Crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with Blighted Crow also. And that goes higher and higher and higher. The biggest problem, that's the thing that I really want, is the removal of haste add-ons, or add-ons that remove movement speed on both mobility killers and killers with a one shot.
Yeah.
You know?
And yeah, and there is another example, bro. I
Yep.
think it's the fresh coffee.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Dit is,
Look at this, bro.
dit is een good example. 2 extra meters. That's 2 times 60 centimeters. 2 times 60 No, not 2. Yeah.
You mean every second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so freaking annoying. I'm gonna ask everyone, does the ghoul need this? Can you tell me, does the ghoul need this? I'm asking this to anyone that is watching this part of the video. Does the ghoul need this? I don't think so. Maybe you think something else, but I don't think that the ghoul needs 2 meters. At all. And just in case that anyone's going to say, for Survivor I also think that all the perks that give haste or movement speed should also not stack. You know? That is also what I'm going to say. What I want to see is that add-ons like this, and also other killers, like for example the movement speed of the Oni's Demon Rush. When Oni has his power, he's a one-shot killer. You know? He can one-shot people. He doesn't need more movement speed.
Yeah, because bro, he's already fast in the base kit.
Yes, he doesn't need it. And also don't add any more form of extensions to it. Keep it the same length as always. Keep it consistent so that people can learn how long those killers have the power. You know? Because sometimes it feels like an eternity that they have it. Keep it consistent. That you're like, okay, we have to play this carefully for like 10 seconds. And then the killer is gone. And then the 10 seconds are over and the power is gone. But not like that you have like, I have an add-on that increases my power by 10 seconds. You know? Make it consistent. Make it easy for the new players to learn how to play against those killers. Make it consistent. That is also one of the reasons that a lot of players leave. You know? It's not only the tunneling or so. The tunneling is part of it. But this is also what motivates the tunneling. You know? And this is also why people are starting to generous. Because you get killers like this with movement speed and such. So what do you get? That lead into generous builds. That lead into what else? Heal builds. That is the problem, guys. Remove all these movement speed add-ons. You know? On killers that don't have them, like Trapper or Hack, you know, but with Hack you have to remove that from the shoe.
I think the waterlogged shoe.
Yeah, that has to be removed and make her base kit the same as Trapper, her movement speed. But make it so that there is a consistency between all the killers, that you can learn how long each power works. You know? By adding dit is also one of the frustrations, because sometimes people can't understand. They're just playing and they're like, why is it taking so long? Why is the power not removed? Why is the power of the killer not gone? Make it consistent. Also, by removing haste stacking, mobility stacking, and whatsoever, you know, it makes it also easier to balance the game. You know? Because the haste stacking or the movement speed of mobility killers is also the reason why generator speed and healing speed is so out of whack. It's connected. So if you want the game to be balanced, you know, and if you want the generators to go slower and the healing to go slower, you have to lose this. You have to lose add-ons like this. All the add-ons that give haste or extra or this or whatsoever, you know, need to be removed. Also from perks, so that they don't stack with perks anymore. That also have to be removed. Remove the ability to stack haste, the stack movement speed. If you are playing a killer and you get, for example, rapid brutality, but you also got furtive chase, you know? Well, gonna say this: you hit a survivor, you don't get the 5% movement speed from rapid brutality. You know why? Because you get the movement speed from furtive chase. Because the value is higher, so you don't get bonus movement speed. Those kinds of things. If you got, for example, know it, and it is, for example, you got genetic limits. That right? There's genetic limits of the singularity. When you kick a generator, and if it is fixed, you get movement speed. Correct?
No, bro, it's machine learning.
Machine learning.
Yeah.
If you got machine learning active, and you know it activate in the end game, well, too bad for you. You don't get that 5% movement speed from know it. You still keep that from machine learning. And if it is gone, you go back to the 5% that you get from no more stacking. The highest value stay, you know, and you remove all the possible ability to stack mobility, to stack movement speed and such. Also remove volt speed, you know, like from resilience. Also remove that, because that also makes everything inconsistent. You know, it's also a turn off for people that want to play killer. Because when they are new and they have to deal with resilience, they don't understand how come that person's over some fault faster when he's close by. A lot of the issues can be solved this way. A lot of the game issues can be solved by removing haste perks, removing movement speed stacking from both killer and survivor. I'm talking about both sides, because if you do that, then you can also then we can nerf healing speed. We can nerf regenerate speed, and that is my wish list. That is what I wish to see happening in 2026. That we are like, okay, guys. After a long thinking and about looking back at everything, and we have discovered that most of the issues are because of mobility or movement speed, we are going to remove all mobility perks from mobility killers or one-shot killers. You know, Myers does not have any mobility add-ons, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Only Stork speed.
Yeah. And that is not so bad. Stork speed is not so bad. Maybe certain ones, but that is not so bad. It's just so that he doesn't get an 6 meter dash or something. You know, 6 meter dash, so that he can hit you on the other side of the other side of the road. You know, it's not like he's going to run from point A to point C in like 5 seconds. Now I'm talking about mobility, like Ghoul, Nurse, K.M.K. Does Billy have them, or is that removed? The movement speed add-ons. Billy
Not sure, not sure, but I think there is one.
Yeah. And then remove all of those from all those killers with mobility and one-shots. They don't need it. They don't need it. And it is also better because people are getting confused with that, because sometimes I have to say, am I lagging or not? Because for all of a sudden I get hit in a way, I drop the pellet and I still go down. Or I am at the pellet, the killer, I don't see the killer yet, and all of a sudden he's right on my butt. That is what I want to see for 2026. The complete removal of haste perks and movement speed perks, add-ons, and
Yeah, bro, I can confirm that, yeah, he has iridescent engravings, which increase your movement speed for chains of sprint by 20%.
damn.
Disgusting.
Yeah, but that is iridescent add-on, but still, just to make it fair for everyone, remove it from that. And instead add them to killers that don't have them, like Trapper. Because these killers need it more than the killers that are already fast. Because we have a lot of killers that are in a bad spot. Raid also don't need extra movement speed when he is cloaked. Add-ons that when he's cloaked that he can move faster. He doesn't need it either. You know? It's just remove movement speed. Just keep it for the killers that have no form of secure map traversal. You know, that's all. Pig, for pig it is okay. Trapper, for trapper it is okay. You know? Killers like that is it okay for. But only doesn't need it. Blight doesn't need it. Well, Blight definitely doesn't need it, but Blight also needs a rework. Because Blight is bottlenecking the game and Nurse also. Those two need a rework. But I don't see behavior touching those two killers because for some reason they are scared. Let's see. K.M.K definitely doesn't need it. You know? Wesker doesn't need it. Dracula definitely doesn't need it but I don't think that Dracula has it. Maybe he does. My mistake. I don't use add-ons on Dracula. He's good enough without them. Those are the things that I want to see in 2026. Do you have anything, Falcon?
No, bro, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, and this is what we want to see in 2026. This is our wish list. You know? This is our wish list. This is what we want to see. If you guys have anything that you want to see in 2026 that you hope would happen, let us know. We would like to know it. Right, Falcon?
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, guys, do you have anything to say here, Falcon?
Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year to you all, guys. Happy New Year and have a good 2026. And let's hope we get a lot of things that we want. Anyway, there was K.M.K together with Falcon.
See you soon.
And together we say adios, Vitus, sayonara and arrivederci. And bye, and of course, a Happy New Year and a great 2026. And most of all, stay safe out there, especially when you're lighting fireworks. Bye!